Today, I'd love your feedback on how to display events on the Kapla website. If you follow this channel, you know that Kapla is our professional networking brand, and we offer interest-based focus groups in the Midwest. And there's a lot of different layers. There's a lot of groups. There's a lot of geographies. So this is the Kapla home screen, and we literally just launched a couple months ago. We launched our live events. And you can see here, even with such just offering events for a couple months, we already have a lot of groups going on. This will likely be hundreds. Sometime next year, it'll be in the 10s, 20s, 30s in 2025. So we're talking about a lot of events. We were using the events calendar plugin. This is another one of our companies, Smitten Singles, and we use the events calendar plugin to just do a calendar. And this is kind of nice because you could do list view, which is what we were doing for Kapla, and you can also filter it. So this is just one of our areas, and we have a page for each area. So that was the original plan for Kapla. However, the events calendar plugin is having some conflicts with some other plugins that we're using. It's also just a little bit heavy because it creates a page for each event, which we don't necessarily need for Kapla. These events occur at a standing time, so like the first Friday of every month. And while the location may rotate, the time doesn't, and each event really doesn't need its own page, so it doesn't really make sense to build that out. I've said it before, it's running a little bit slow right now. I have not cleaned up all the plugins in this site. This site is very much still in development. The first challenge is this is the group page. This is built in Divi machine, and it's a theme builder template for the groups. I would love it, instead of having the view events here, if each group's events somehow were listed on this page. That's like a dream. It's not a first the site live requirement. Right now, when I click view events, again, this used to go to the Divi or the events calendar page. And I do want to shout out Pi Creative with Divi Events Calendar, who they have the plugin that basically makes the events calendar work with Divi. But again, we don't need the events calendar. We don't need the extra plugins. We just really want to keep this clean. And so I'm also looking at ways to just show the events in an area. The only thing that changes per event is the location. And so I'm not really sure the best way to do this. I think it's probably going to be through a post type or post meta that we can put with each Kapla group, and display the groups per community, or even just have it searched with community. We are using Divi machine from Divi Engine, which has very robust search capabilities. And it also, they have Divi Forms, which allows for front end access, but also allows for a lot more detail to be easily entered by your group leaders, which is another thing. We would love for the event information not to have to be managed by us or by an admin, but to have each individual group leader be able to edit the locations on their event, add important announcements, things like that to the group. And those can be at the group level. They don't need to be at the event level. But I am just curious how you would do this. Right now, we just have a registration link going to Eventbrite. And so I actually need to update that link. It's going to a specific event. It should be going to the organizer page. But that is how we're handling it right now as we move away from the events calendar. But I would just really love to hear your thoughts Once we have a solution, I will record another video and link it so you can know how we dealt with this. If you enjoyed this video, if you got something out of it, hit like, subscribe. If you're having a similar issue, leave it in the comments. Maybe one of our experts will respond. I look forward to seeing you with the solution to this challenge.